What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some wasps you just cannot reach. And what you get is what we got here this week, which is the way they want it. Well, they get it. I don't like this any more than you, man. Pete versus the Wasps, Part 2 then. Now, I don't like wasps, but I'm prepared to let them live and do their thing as long as they don't bother me. And I've been aware of this wasp nest for, well, a couple of months now. It's now the end of August, and I was prepared to just let it run its course because they all die off come the first few frosts. But when they start coming in your house and sting you a couple of times during the working day, and they're stinging your dogs, and your dogs are yelping while they're lying in the beds because the wasps are coming and attacking them, it's time to do something. So, unfortunately, I took the decision that these wasps had to go. Now, it's not the first wasp nest I've had in the house. I've had some up in the attic before, and when I've gone up there, you can see the wasp's nest. But this one, I'm not even prepared to go and look because I know I won't be able to see it. It's right in the eaves of the kitchen roof, and it's a tiny roof space anyway. And it's not particularly pleasant getting in there, particularly if you've been attacked by wasps. So I thought I would attack it from the outside this time. So I got myself some kit off Amazon, and I even bought a bee suit. But last night I went in the dark about 11 o'clock. And I filled the bulb full of the wasp powder, and I just found the hole that I think that they were coming in and out, because it isn't kind of obvious, it being under a gutter in the eaves and all that. And I just sprayed as much powder in there as possible. Didn't see a single wasp last night, which is unusual because when I've gone up to the attic in nights before, I've always seen one or two little wasps, the odd sleepy sentry around, but there were none on this occasion. Anyway, this morning I got woken up by Mrs. D in a panic because there's buzzing and wasps everywhere in the kitchen, and they're all just trying to escape the nest and buzzing around and dying generally. But while they're dying, that means they're still dangerous and they can sting you, and they emit pheromones that can attract other healthy wasps. So I'm on sentry duty myself now, trying to contain any dying wasps that are coming in. So that's my day today, I think. Just be on edge the whole time, expecting to get stung. So I bought myself one of these puffer things off of Amazon, a bulb puffer, and you put wasp powder in there, put that in there, do open it into the nest, and just give it a few good puffs. And I found this stuff, which must be years old, and I must have bought it last time. I usually use foam and get a bamboo stick, poke a hole in the wasp's nest, spray it full of foam, and then that's the end of it. But this one's really inaccessible up in the kitchen attic in the corner, so there's no way I was getting to it, and I didn't fancy climbing up there. So I tried it from the outside with this powder, and that's what I did last night in the dark. I've no idea how they keep coming into the kitchen. They just seem to materialise, but it must be through the screws from the top of the blind up there, or there's some piping duct boxed in up behind the old Christmas cake tins up there. So anyway, they are coming in, and they all seem to migrate to this windowsill. But the powder is killing them. And if they just lie there and die, that's fine. It's when they start flying around and trying to wreak revenge. I've got to do something about it, but I'll hoover them up because the carcasses attract other ones, so they'll have to go. That's where they were all coming out of. And when it was busy, there was 3 or 4 a second, and now there's hardly any, which is why they're all coming in and out of my kitchen. Well, they're all dying in there. Hopefully, I won't have to do this again. I hoovered this windowsill up 40 minutes ago, and now there's tens of them. They just keep materialising. I can't see where they're coming from, but they're all dying, so I must have got enough powder into the nest. I hope that's the end to it. That's a spicy load in my hoover. I say hoover, it's this cheap Facebook USB charged vacuum, which is pretty good actually. Can't mind how much I paid for it. Got a brave emptying this now. Didn't think it through really, did I? And just made some lunch. There seems to be fewer going in and out now, much fewer, and I've just hoovered the windowsill again. That's about the 5th time. The rate of dying wasps seems to have slowed down, so hopefully most of them are dead now. The wasps stopped coming in about tea time, and I went back in the dark and I sprayed it with powder one more time just to be sure. And yeah, I was quite relieved this morning that the wasps had not made a return into the kitchen at all. No activity at all in the house today. However, just looking out the window, and I have seen 1 or 2 return into the nest, so I don't know if they're stragglers that have been away for the last 2 days or not, or whether there's still some activity, but I think they're done now. The powder that we used was the Rent-A-Kill stuff. It contains permethrin or something like that. I'm not a fan. It takes too long to kill them and they suffered. So next time I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and go and find the wasp nest and use foam, because that kills them instantly. And that's them done. You can rip the nest out pretty much straight away, rather than watching them writhe around in agony for several hours. That's just not very nice. I feel quite sad for them. I would have let them live, but they were coming in and stinging us. So yeah, it's a bit of a quandary and I am conflicted, but it had to be done because they were threatening my family. Anyway, Till next time, bye.